What's up everyone, welcome back. There were multiple contending teams who made big moves at the trade deadline. A few of the most noteworthy ones were Philly acquiring James Harden, Brooklyn getting Ben Simmons, and Milwaukee trading for Serge Ibaka. But one trade that pretty much everybody's scratching their head was the one between the Dallas Mavericks and Washington Wizards. The Mavs finally gave up on Kristaps Porzingis and traded him to Washington for a combination of Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans, both of which had been equally disappointing up until that point. And after making that trade, many people believe that the Mavericks might have been giving up on this season. They no longer had a star player to pair with Luka Doncic, and they did not appear to have enough to compete for a championship. But now fast forward to the month of April, and they are looking like a legitimate contender, and to the surprise of many, Spencer Dinwiddie has played a major part in that. But how exactly have they been able to do that, and why has Spencer Dinwiddie been such an upgrade for them? We will talk about all of that in today's video, and try to paint a clear picture on how the Mavericks have become a legitimate contender. Following their win over Milwaukee on Sunday afternoon, the Mavericks are now only a half game behind the Golden State Warriors for the third seed. The Mavericks have been one of the hottest teams in the NBA for a while now, and they do not appear to be cooling off either. And when talking about being on a hot streak, that may not apply to any player more than Luka Doncic. During their past 5 games, he has been averaging an absurd 33.8 points per game, 9.2 rebounds per game, and 10.2 assists per game. Luka has been doing everything he can to not only make them a contender, but to push himself into the MVP conversation too. He has now entered a lot of people's top 3 MVP candidates, and with the way he has been playing lately, that should not really surprise you either. It's not only him though. Another guy who has been playing great for them all year long happens to be Jalen Brunson, who will undoubtedly be getting a big paycheck this summer. During their past 5 games, he has been averaging nearly 18 points per game and has been a reliable secondary option for them on offense. Jalen Brunson having been able to take that next step forward has been huge for their team. Him having been able to do that has allowed Luka Doncic to be relieved of the heavy playmaking and scoring burden that he has often carried for them. Now, Jalen Brunson may not be good enough to be a true secondary option on a championship team, but he is definitely good enough to be a third or fourth one. And with the great supporting cast that they have behind him and Luka Doncic, it has allowed them to thrive with Brunson filling that kind of role. Because not only can Brunson fill that role for them, but depending on the night, a different role player could potentially fill that role for them as well. Like I mentioned before, Spencer Dinwiddie has been great for them, and has often been their third, or even at times, even been their secondary option on offense. He has begun to cool off a little bit lately, but he is still averaging nearly 17 points per game since being acquired by the Mavs, and most notably, he has been doing that while shooting the ball at a very efficient rate. After shooting an awful 37% from the field and 31% from the three-point line with Washington, he has been shooting over 49% from the field and over 37% from the three-point line with Dallas. Between Dinwiddie and Brunson, and even while being without Tim Hardaway Jr., the Mavs have finally found 2 guys who can be the secondary option to Luka on any given night. And not far behind them are their 3-and-D wing players. Guys like Reggie Bullock, Dorian Finney-Smith, and even Maxi Kleber are each capable of putting up a 20-plus point game. But most importantly, they, along with their new coaching staff, have finally helped turn their defense around. After being a bottom 10 defense last year, they have now become a top 8 defense, which is a monumental jump for a team that did not make that many changes to their 15-man roster. Other than adding Reggie Bullock during free agency and trading away Porzingis for Dinwiddie, which many believe was a downgrade for them defensively, they have made very few changes to their actual team. And that has arguably been even more important than the emergence of Jalen Brunson, from the way Luka Doncic has been playing, or even from the addition of Spencer Dinwiddie. And to me, all of that put together has allowed them to become a legitimate contender. No, they may not be in that top 5 yet, but you cannot deny that they are not trending in the right direction. With all of that being said though, That will conclude my thoughts on how the Dallas Mavericks have become legitimate contenders. And what do you guys think? Where would you rank them right now? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below and we can talk about it there. But before you go, I would like to invite you to join the official Discord for the channel. If you like having NBA debates and discussion with others in real time, being updated on NBA news, or even being able to chat with me, then you really should think about joining. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to everyone who took the time to watch until the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn on notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.